The word of the week this week is lightning. Let's take a look. Astrape, lightning, or a beam of light or rays of light. Note that astrape has astra right in the word. And astra, astrology, astronomy, referring to the stars, is a sort of heavenly light. So astrape is heavenly light in the sense that lightning comes from the heavens to the earth as we witness it. In the New Testament, it's almost always used in comparison. So X is like lightning in some regard. And what we're going to see in our examples today is the regard of the comparison changes dramatically. There are a lot of different ways that we can compare something to lightning or to beams or rays of light, which is where we're going to begin today with beams or rays of light. And we're looking at Luke chapter 11, verse 36. All the readings today are from the ESV with the Koine supplied. If then your whole body is full of light, having no part dark, it will be wholly bright, as when a lamp with its rays gives you light. So the comparison here is the spiritual discussion of you being filled with light is like a lamp that gives forth light with its rays, astrape, and continues to shine out. So Jesus used it as a comparison. A body being filled with light and having no part dark is like light that shines out of a lamp. Notice that it's like that. So the comparison is an important component of our word of the week. Let's move on to real lightning. This is Matthew 28, verse 3. This is discussing the appearance of the Easter angel to the disciples who went to the empty tomb. And we are told his appearance was like lightning and his clothing white as snow. So his appearance was like lightning, hos astrape, like or as lightning. So it's compared to lightning in what regard? In its brightness, in its whiteness, in its shiningness. So it's like lightning in regard to the almost impossibility of looking at it. It's so bright and white. Let's go on and take a look at Luke chapter 10, verse 18. And he said to them, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. So here again we get hos astrapain, so like lightning. And in what regard? What's the comparison here? Well, it could either be talking about the speed of the fall, because lightning is moving at the speed of light, right? Or it could be talking about the direction of the fall, going from heaven to earth, or it could be talking about both. So what do we know about it? He says, I saw Satan fall, and the manner of that falling is comparable to a lightning strike, whether it be in its speed or its direction or both. Let's go on to one more example. This is from Matthew 24, verse 27. For as the lightning comes from the east and shines as far as the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. So here Jesus is describing the second coming, the parousia, and he says that the parousia is going to be like lightning, and here, he astrape, again, in that it will come from the east and go to the west like the lightning does. So what is the comparison? Lightning, your ability to see lightning is from horizon to horizon, right? It's such a stark change in the darkness that you can witness it from horizon to horizon, from the east to the west. As far as you can see, the lightning is visible. So he's talking about the unlimited reach of the parousia. All will see from horizon to horizon, a thing that is visible to all, won't be hidden from anyone. Pretty interesting use of the comparison. Now, let's talk a little bit about this phrase, from the east all the way to the west. apo anatolon kai phanete heos dusmon. So anatolon, east, it's rising, so it's not east in a literal sense of a word east, it's the rising of the stars or the sun. So, right, the sun rises in the east, all the way to the dusmon, to the setting in the west. So when he talks about the parousia flashing like lightning from horizon to horizon, it's anatolon the rising, dusmon the setting, the entire scope of the sky. And I want to talk about an interesting feature here. We have two words that are no longer usable in English because they have been corrupted and converted into somehow being racist. Orient and Occident. And those words come, they're the Latin extrapolations from the Greek anatolon and dusmon. So Orient means the rising, and Occident means the setting. And so Oriental is everything to the east of Athens in the rising. Occidental is everything to the west of Athens in the setting, and it has nothing to do with race or racism. It's talking about the directions of where the sun and the stars rise and where they set. The Anatolon and the Dusmon, the Orient and the Occident, not racist in any regard, but we have, as a species, have become so stupid that we can't differentiate between the rising and the setting and somehow being a racist comment. That's your aside for the week. There's a little linguistic rant. The Anatolon, the rising, the Dusmon, the setting, the parousia, the second coming, will be visible from Anatolon to Dusmon across the entirety of the visible landscape, horizon to horizon. So, the last thing to talk about is lightning in the book of Revelation. You'll see it pops up multiple times, and as is the case with all apocalyptic, it points heavily towards Old Testament theophanies, appearances of God or actions by God in the view of the people. And your homework, your assignment, if you so choose to accept it, is to go look up the word lightning in the book of Revelation and look at how it signals and reflects back frequently to Old Testament passages that show theophanies, God involved in the life of the people. So, our word of the week, astrape, lightning, or the shining of beams of light. It's almost always a comparison to something else. Hope that was good for you. If it was, you know what to do. And share that you're enjoying Koine Corner and the word of the week from Anatolon in the east to Dusmon in the west. Let the channel grow and be seen. And until then, Karis Kairene Humin, grace and peace to you.